Let's get started with the demo. So in Salesforce demo, actually what we say was about a introduction to a Salesforce, what actually a Salesforce is, and why we have to learn a Salesforce. Salesforce is a cloud computing CRM offering. So you have to understand what is a cloud computing, and second is a what is a CRM. So cloud computing is nothing but what are the applications or services which are offered from a internet. So cloud is nothing but treated as an internet. So whatever we have an internet service, anything that we can access from a web. If you have some browser and a URL, you should be able to access the application from web. That is a cloud. So if you're using the application, assume that you're using the application and it is on a web. So whatever you're being used today, if tomorrow if you're coming or if you're coming after 1 year or 1 month or the next second from anywhere in the world, you should be access the same. What is there in yesterday, it has to be the same when you log in next time or access next time from any device or any place in the world. Internet is the same. So nothing additional is required. When you need or where you need, it doesn't matter. It's still available up and running whenever you are trying to access it. So all you need is the internet. That is the only thing you need. So all the web applications or I want to say web applications, all the applications that are available on the web are cloud offerings or like the technology we call it as a cloud computing. But thing was whichever the companies offering the services on cloud, they are a cloud computing technology companies. Now what is a CRM? So what I said, Salesforce is a cloud computing company and a CRM. CRM means a customer relationship management. So put aside the cloud computing part. So focus on a CRM, customer relationship management. What today in the real world, whatever the business you do or whatever solution or technology that you're using, you will be having a customers. And at the end of the day, what we try to achieve the satisfaction of the customer so that we're able to continue the business and we'll get a new business from the same customer or his partners. So we have to maintain a good relationship with the customer to whom we're doing a business. That's what a customer relationship management, how to manage a good relation with the customer. So Salesforce offers a mechanism how we can um, build a strong and good relation with the customer by offering its services. Okay, for suppose take an example, any business you are taking. For example, a bank. If you are a banker, so you will be having a customers, existing customers there will be, and if you have a new bank, then you have to gain the customers. So who are the people you find, they will be already having the bank accounts or some of them are not having and willing to open. So there will be a different strategies you need to use to find a new customers and compete the business and your competitors. And once you got the customers, you have to maintain a good relationship with them. Do not lose those customers. Okay, So who, like, your business may be different. When you're having a banker, you might be having a savings account or a credit card or a loan. Or if you take a loan, there are different types of loan. If you're having an account, it could be a savings, current, or overdraft, any kind of account. If you're having a cards, then different cards, credit card, debit card, and credit card, different features, annual charges, and all. So like different business model you're having, and all this business you do with the customer, and you have to maintain a good relationship. Suppose if you're opening an account, so it might happen in a one sitting, like you get all the documents and open it. Sometimes you may not have enough documentation to open an account. Then you have to follow up with them. What is the workarounds and what how we can help to proceed further in opening an account. And once you open an account, then if something is not working, mobile banking not working, or internet banking not working, or mobile is not linked, any kind of issues you have to fix. And then once they open a savings account, you will promote for a credit card, or you will offer a loan, or you will offer a fixed deposit. This all continues. So basically, if you have some business and you want to maintain it in a cloud and maintain a good customer relationship, then you'll go for a CRMs or a CRMs basically. And cloud computing was these offerings. If you're doing on a cloud, there is some advantages. I'm going to discuss those, what actually cloud computing is and how it is different from an on-premise application. That means like if it is not cloud, you have a system and if you install something just using, those are like which are not cloud, those are called on-premise applications or on-premise services. So we see differences and all. Now, so before going to a Salesforce highlights, I'd like to cover what is an on-premise and a cloud offering. So on-premise means which are normal applications, which is not cloud. One second. Then how we are doing today without a cloud. Suppose if you take any application which is not on the cloud. So first thing was you have to install that application or a software on your PC, and then you have to pay for a license, and then you should be able to use the applications. For example, you lost your system, or like you're upgrading your system to a new one. Then what you have to do, you have to again install the software or application on your new device. So whenever you're changing your system, you have to do the same. You have to install the thing. Okay, is it just the installation? No. If there are any patches or any updates that are happening to the applications, you have to do it on your own. Again, still, if there is any license cost, you have to pay for it. Okay. Suppose if I'm using a cloud, how it's going to advantages. No need of any installation. So you're just going to a browser and you will be having a link, URL link, and then you will be having some authentication. That's it. You will be in the cloud. So no installations are required. What about updates? So install itself it's not there. So why you need to bother about updates? No updates. Okay. There will be no installation, no updates, no maintenance fees, nothing you need to do when you're doing a cloud services. So now you go to highlights and see, now you'll understand. Software as a service solutions that I will explain. Mobile accessibility and user friendly. Even From mobile also you can access, not only on laptop or system you'll access, even in mobile also you should be able to access. Plug and play, well as completely customizable. So you don't need to do any installation or updates, nothing you need to do. Just plug and play, and maintenance free. You don't need to do any updates or patches. It's maintenance free, and a simple subscription. Okay, so everything is no need, just we will plug and play. Then what's the thing we need to do? We need to do a subscriptions. So once we need to log into the cloud, we need to get a license. This license will be cost. So we have to pay that license and use it for free. Okay, now go back to the on-premise and cloud. For suppose I'm coming out of this and explaining one of the example. If you want to start a new office, for example, then what we'll do? There are two ways of doing it. First way is you need to have an office first, right? So you need to buy a building or like take a place and construct the building. Once your setup is ready in your building, then you will onboard your employees and start your business. But before starting a business itself, you have to invest a lot of time amount. What is the second way of it? There will be existing building, just rent for it. Rent for a year, month, so that you are avoiding your capitals. You don't need to spend a lot of amount in building and construction and owning a land. Just you have to pay a rent to maintain your office. So if it's going well, you will rent one more floor or one more building and grow your business. If it is not growing and you're able to manage in within the floor, then you will restrict yourself to a floor itself and you can continue your business. Similarly, when you have a need, you will hire employees. Otherwise, you'll ask them to go to home. Similarly, when you're having a software or application for your business, if you buy a license completely, which is really costlier, even though it's a one time, it's really costlier. You don't need to buy it permanently, just you want to rent it for some time. If it's going good, then you will continue. At any point of time you would like to stop it, you no need to pay anything, and you will be avoiding all this maintenance and all. Everything will be taken care by the cloud itself. So all we need to do was monthly per user this much amount. It will be very less compared to a buying a application or software. Okay, that's what a subscription was. Now, what are different types of cloud offerings? Cloud offerings, we have three types of cloud offerings. Infrastructure as a service, what we'll call as a IaaS, infrastructure as a service, and then platform as a service, and software as a service. These are the three types of cloud offerings that any of the cloud offering company does. So what is the infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service? Infrastructure as a service means what are the infrastructure we need. So first understand what is the infrastructure. All the thing we need a application and we need to use application. That is what as a software will think. But if you think in a background, so if you want to use an application, first you need to install. So if you need to install, it has to have a supporting platform. Suppose you build application on Java, you need a Java platform. If you have a CPP, then corresponding. If it's a .NET, then .NET. Whatever the application you have built, the supporting platform has to be ready in your system first. Then only you can install any application or you can build an application. Okay, before installing a Java, how you can install Java? You need to have a system and it should have a power and internet and it should be having a OS, and it's having some RAM, ROM, everything configuration has to be there in the system. Then only you'll be able to set up your platform. To set up a platform, what are the infrastructure you need? The power supply and system, database, RAM specifications, what are specifications you're having for your system. That is all go under a infrastructure. The databases, systems, and computers all will go under a infrastructure. So I'm just thinking a small personal PC. But when you think about a big companies operating a millions of people on application, they have to run their applications in a big servers. They need a big servers and systems with a big configurations. Then what will happen? It will be the systems will be of size of a room or more than a building based on a size of a user base. Then what you need? So the systems are that big, then you need a cooling systems, the power supply, and if there are any maintenances, there will be like lubricants, maintenances, power supply are continuous or not. All this you need to check, and power backups, and all this you need to maintain as an infrastructure when you think in a big scale. So this infrastructure, if somebody is providing on cloud, that is a infrastructure as a service, and then platform as a service, the second one. That means, so you have an infrastructure, then what you will do, you have to set up your platform to build your applications. If somebody who is offering platform also, so if you're having such a programming languages or OS, anything, the patches, updates, everything that will be maintained by the cloud itself, and just they're offering you a platform. So just you need to plug and play the platform. Either you can build or you can use an applications by using the platform. So when you're hiring platform as a service, then it will include infrastructure and platform. Both will be taken care by the cloud offering. Just you need to use it. That's it. But if you need an application, you need to build application. And if you're already having an application, just you need to install and use it. That's it. Now, a third one is a software as a service. That means already the application or software is already ready, and that is also installed already. Just you need to log in and use. That's it. Nothing you need to do. So when the company is offering software as a service, the infrastructure is maintained by them, platform maintained by them, application or software also maintained by the cloud offering. That is what a software as a service. Whereas in Salesforce, it will offer a software as a service as well as um, software as a service as well as a platform as a service. Both Salesforce provide. Okay, moving on. What are the different Salesforce offering? I'm saying software as a service, right? So each software they're calling it as a cloud, like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing, Commerce, App, Analytics, Community, IoT. All these are different types of clouds, and there are many more actually. They're just limiting which are like a top. Just I mentioned all this, but there are many more applications or a software that Salesforce provide. Uh, the software we're calling it as a cloud. Okay, Sales Cloud. I'm just giving a high level for some of them. Sales Cloud means if you have any type of a sales, what it will include. So you need to identify a new customers. Suppose if you are trying to sell a product like a mobile phone. Okay, so you need to identify who actually willing to buy a phone. They are called leads. So the process of advertising your product, what we call it as a campaign. It could be different types of campaigning. That is a seminar, webinar, or ads. or a email marketing, web marketing, or hostings. Anything can be treated as a campaign, all type of advertisements. And an account. Account means if you have a customer, so you identified a lead and um, they purchased your product. So he become your customer. Customers, we call it as a accounts in Salesforce. The account can be a company or a person. So suppose you're selling a laptops. Okay. When you're selling a laptops, there will be individual person who will buy a laptop, or there will be a companies who will tie up with you to buy continuously from you a laptops and take a maintenance from you, so that they'll be having a dealership with you, so they'll be having a business. So if it is a company, the company related information will be stored in a account. Then suppose if you're dealing with a company, then what will come, how you will communicate, you'll communicate with the people only, right? There will be multiple people in a company, right? There will be like CEO, CFO, COO, and salespersons, managers, directors. So you will communicate with the people. They are nothing but a contacts of a company. They are called person information called a contacts. And then we'll have a opportunity. So opportunity means like I'm not going deeper of it. Just I'm trying to um, how the naming convention or like what the naming terminologies will be. Opportunity. Opportunity means so you are a mobile or laptop product owned company. Then whenever there's a new opportunity from a company or a person who are willing to buy your products, that is your opportunity. So all the opportunities we call it as. So when you having a sales process, just put aside this mobile or a laptop. If you're trying to buy any product, it could be a physical product or a web product or a service, anything that you're trying to sell, then you have to, the sales will be in the same process. You need to identify your new leads who are willing to buy, and then you have to do a campaigning, that's advertising. And once they are your customers, you have to maintain the accounts and who are the contacts of it and what are the opportunities that you are getting. All the cycle will be continuous. And if it is service, then if they're having any issues, they will raise a case or tickets. Then you will be having SLAs, milestones, and some kind of a channels to communicate with them. And when you providing the services, you have to match a skill set. That means suppose the same example of a mobile and laptop. If there are any kind of software related issues, there will be a technician who will be knowing knowledge of a software related issues. If there's some hardware issue like some cam is not working, or like it has damaged, or like a power port is not working, or a USB port is not working, any kind of hardware issues, there might be a different team. So the skill set also you need to match when you're dealing with the service cloud. So basically, once you sold the product, what are the maintenance or service you have that you will maintain using a service cloud or a community cloud. Collaborate between the teams with the employers, customers, or partners. Analytics. When the business is growing like in a big way, you have a big data and you to analyze how your business is growing, okay, how the new products are exploring, and which reason is giving a good returns and good growth in certain areas. All the analytics, if you want to, you can do. And commerce cloud, different types of setting up a business from a B2B or a B2 business to business or business to customer, or marketing. What are different types of marketing you can do, and app clouds, how you can build apps faster, and IoT clouds, where you deal with a large amount of data and connecting it from a different devices to make it streamable a big size data. So all these offerings that Salesforce do, and there are many more: education cloud, health cloud, and so many. Basically, what are the different types of businesses? They are trying to build a solution, and the solution they offer it as a cloud or a software ready made for you. And so I told you there will be a subscription, right? So there are different edition and subscriptions that you can buy from Salesforce. Like if it is the essential edition, you'll be getting some features, and the cost of the license per user per month is a $25. If it's a professional, $75. This is per user per month, and enterprise and unlimited. You no need to worry about any of this cost. Why? Because whoever Salesforce the solution they're taking, they will take care of all this license and all. What we are doing. So what we are learning is, I will try to focus more. What we're trying is we are learning a Salesforce and how to set up Salesforce for any of the company, and so that they will be paying this amount to a Salesforce. Suppose a company called A, they having their own business and they want to use Salesforce for their business. Okay, so there will be a connectings, right? So Salesforce will say, okay, if sales means this is how you have to do it. Then they have a company which is decided to use a Salesforce. Okay, then they will buy all this editions and license from Salesforce. Then what is our job? Our job is to, whatever their business they having, we have to set up those business as per a Salesforce rules and configurations available. That is what our job is. So nothing to worry about much. So all we need to know is we have to understand so how the Salesforce is being, and how we can set up the Salesforce for any of the company or a service. So all this cost will be paid, but we will not going to pay. We will only get paid for doing our job. Okay, nothing to worry much about this. But these are what the different types of licenses cost and what are the features you get from all this. Just you have to know about all this. Okay, and there are a configuration, customization, two parts of a Salesforce: code bucket and no code bucket, basically. So this course, admin course, what we're trying to do, we're trying to learn a configuration, that is a no code part of it. So the duration of it is 4 weeks. For every week, we'll be having Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 days, 1.5 hour each day. We're trying to cover the syllabus within a month, 4 weeks usually, 3 days a week. So daily we'll cover some topics, and while covering the topics itself, we do those and show it to you how to configure all those. And we will give you a list of tasks that need to be covered, that what we explain in the today's session. Similarly, every day it will happen. Okay, every day after a session, you will get a recording and your list of tasks that you need to perform. Okay, and the next time, if you have any questions on your task, you can ask. So it's not next day, right? You will be having a 1 day gap. So you can do on the same day or next day you can practice. And if you have any questions in the next day itself, you can ask those questions. Otherwise, we'll continue with those topics, and again, we will share the topics. It's a pattern. So what we're going to learn is this configuration, and I'm going to share you the list of contents that I'm going to cover as part of a Salesforce admin course. So basically, there is a no code involved in this course. It's a no code thing. It's called a Salesforce configuration in general, what we call. And next part of it is a development, what we call a Salesforce customization. So here we involve a code, what that are not achievable with the no code. And if you need to write a code, that will go for a customization. So if you need to learn the customization, you need to first learn the configuration. If something that is not doable on the configuration, then only you have to go for a customization. Sorry. What is the benefits of a Salesforce? Low cost, low risk, cloud-based solution, software service to buy. It supports on all types of browsers. Complete solution include a feature solution for marketing, sales, service partner, and so on. Fast result because it's drain resources on a high value, low cost, focus on a innovation. Salesforce requires no software to install. There is no hardware requirements either. It's all of them I already covered. Just I have added a points over here, not to miss any of them. Okay, and what makes Salesforce ideal for you? Again, same advantages of it, and what are some of them? It's cloud-based CRM solution, low setup cost, no hardware, no software, no hassle, or a hassle-free. So automatic upgrade, yeah, it doesn't mean that you don't have updates. You have updates, but it will be taken care by the cloud offering. Like here, the Salesforce will take care of all the updates. You don't need to worry about it. So how many updates we have in a year? We have a 3 in a year for Salesforce. They are like summer, spring, and winter. We are 3 for every um, 4 months. Will be having a one release and a release updates. Everything will taken care by a Salesforce only. So out of box and customer CRM to run your business in one place. So admin, when we are saying a Salesforce admin, we say it as a configuration or the same name, what we call it out of box features. So out of box features are all admin features are called as a out of box features. There are different namings, just you have to familiar with the name, what is mean by. And so once you join a job and if you say please give me work on admin only, it may be not make sense or like not make sense. It may not be familiar. So the business terms will be the configuration. We may call it as a give me some configuration work only, for example, or like I'm comfortable with out of box features. That means you are good with admin. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you have to call admin all the places. Okay, so forget about the admin and call it all the time Salesforce configurations or out of box features. Okay, scale with your business and users when you need. It's the same thing what I said. So you have to pay. You means not you, the company who are taking the Salesforce service. So how many users they having? They have to buy those many licenses. Today, if they have a 10 users, so they purchase just 10 licenses. If tomorrow they hire 5 more members or they become double 20, then only after hiring them, then only they will purchase the licenses. They no need to buy 100 license today, and gradually down the line for 1 year, 2 years, they'll hire 100 people. But this 1 year is no use, right? They have to unnecessarily pay the license cost. So whenever there is need, then only we can buy the licenses. No need to, so that the scaling of your business will be possible. So you can increase this number whenever you want it. Integrate with a best-in-class app, so you can integrate with other platforms also. Enterprise level cloud security for business of any size. So we have full security. It doesn't mean web means somebody will do hacking and all. No, it's completely secured and nobody else can access your cloud data. It helps increase in sales. It helps, yeah, like maintain good relationship with management, and obviously it helps increase in a sales. Okay, so that is mostly onto a introduction to a Salesforce. So you might get some idea what actually Salesforce is. It's a cloud and CRM, and from Monday we'll start a classes, and there we'll explain how the Salesforce is and what's the course of content. we cover daily. And coming to answer some of the questions like why we need to learn Salesforce and what is the future after learning a Salesforce. Okay, hope you guys are available still. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Now, Salesforce is growing very rapidly, so it's increasing its scope in multiple areas. So it keep on adding its cloud. Initially, it's a sales and service marketing. That's it. Today, I think although 20 plus clouds are there in Salesforce, it's acquiring and it's acquiring a new businesses. Like recently, it acquired a Slack. If you know Slack, something like Teams and Skype is there, right? So similarly, there is a Slack. Some of the businesses will use it. Acquired a Slack also, and before that, it acquired Tableau and so many companies. It's continuously acquiring and it's growing its business and it's spreading its wings. So there is a no limitation to a Salesforce. It's keep on growing. So once you learn a Salesforce, you have a more scope to grow your or build your career. Okay, that's what compared to other technologies in market. Why Salesforce is a best. Next, once you learn Salesforce, how your pay scale is today. So I am talking about India. It is suppose if you are a 3 years experience in Salesforce, that is 3 into 3, you can expect a minimum 9 lakh per annum as a minimum package and will go up to a multiplied by 5, 15 lakhs. 9 to 15 lakhs will be what is your salary range. And suppose if you are a fresher and how I can apply for a 3 years or 2 years. All we need to do is we are offering a sample projects and we will giving you a real-time work as in the form of a task. And even though if you work in a company also, what they will give you some task. In a project, we have to do this task. Similarly, we give you a task and those tasks if you complete and what we'll do these projects only you will explain whenever you're having the interviews said that I've been working in this project for so and so company for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, however you want to put it. We'll put that and we'll help you to build your resume and there'll be a will help with your interview questions like usually interview questions ask and what actually the expectation is and we'll conduct a mock interview. Okay, and we'll provide you a recordings of this session and course contents and then practice tasks and some practice projects for you so that how good you prepare so that the better you'll crack your interviews. And in US also there are really good packages for Salesforce to start your career as a fresher or experience. For both we have a scope for a Salesforce. It's having more business. So always there are openings. There is no season at all. Always you have openings in a Salesforce in most of the companies. The thing advantage is the project or like implementation is so faster. It will not take much time. That's why the companies will adopt to a Salesforce. And once you are skilled and you can keep on growing on a Salesforce. And for this you don't need any initial knowledge. You don't need any other programming languages. Nothing required. All you need was interest to the learn the technology and spend time in learning. That is all you need to learn Salesforce. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask.
No.